What time is it, man?
So beat down. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of The Beatdown. I'm your host, Class. This is my co-host.
Mr. J.
Yeah,
What's going on?
this is a channel where two worlds collide. Yeah, I got it right this time.
You've been working on that, huh?
Yeah.
Right
And what
on.
did you want to remind them, brother?
Well, I would like to remind you guys, if you enjoy our videos and the content that we bring to you, we would like you to go in the section below and like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
And share.
To do,
I always forget to share.
Yeah. And share. Actually, share is the fundamentally important one because you guys, some people are fans of these characters that you know, and you're like, yo, I can introduce this to my cousin or my brother or my sister or whatever you want to bring it to.
Whoever.
But anyways, also we wanted to make, I just wanted to make a quick, brief announcement here, guys. So the reason why we keep doing these episodes in this type of form instead of doing it in person is because, life throws us curveballs. Me and my boy have different schedules. Sometimes it will conflict at times. So on occasions, rarely we're going to do episodes together. But just for now, we're letting you guys know this is what we're going to do the episodes on pretty much for the time.
Social distancing and all,
Yeah. So that's what we're doing it for, social distancing.
Yeah.
He saw me have a bad cough and he's like, yo, I can't do it.
I know.
Anyway, so because due to the recent Spiderman movie coming out, due to the recent Venom movie coming out, we figured, hey, let's get into some characters. So what character we're gonna bring
It's
in?
all about the symbiotes today.
Yeah, so we got some two interesting characters that are actually from the same creator. So do you want to start things off or should I?
I'll let you go, actually.
And I will be representing
Name, right?
Marvel Comics, Carnage.
What's wrong? Cassidy is gone. There is only Carnage!
Alright. So, Seth MacFarlane, I believe his name was. Was it Seth MacFarlane? Something MacFarlane. I know that's his name. The guy who created the Spawn character and also created Venom.
I think it's Todd McFarlane.
Todd
think.
McFarlane. There you go. You're right.
I think
you might be right on that because Seth is the creator of Family Guy.
I don't know.
So let's get into a quick, brief story about Carnage. Carnage is the child of Venom. Now, if you're thinking Venom had some, little get it on with somebody, no, that's not how they work. Yeah, they work like sponges in the sea. They're asexual, I think. So they don't create,
something like that.
They don't create sexually. They create just based on they just create. So
yeah,
pretty much in a situation like this. So Eddie Brock and Cletus Cassidy were bunkmates. Eventually, Venom escapes the prison. He leaves a little bit of his tissues behind. And from there, that's when Cletus Cassidy manages to take a little of that peek. And bam, it goes into his bloodstream. And now he is officially Carnage. Now, the difference between Carnage and Venom is that Carnage is completely connected to each other. They're linked. They're not. There's no suit of armor on it and stuff. They're completely linked.
Carnage is connected to Cletus's bloodstream.
Yeah, to his bloodstream.
Which means their connection is slightly stronger, I guess you could say, from the Venom and Eddie Brock.
Yeah, it's almost inseparable. Actually, it's inseparable what they could do. With Venom and with Carnage, you can't really do that in this essence because of the blood being in his stream. That being said, Carnage, this guy this monster, based on whoever the symbiote gets posted with, it creates the power or it uses its energy based on that. So because of Cletus Cassidy's deranged psychopathic mind, who he is a killer, it worked well with Carnage because now Carnage was even extra stronger because of that. His rage is unbelievable, no limits, like the Incredible Hulk. This Carnage can take a lot of hits. He took a hit from Sentry from the sky all the way down hard and didn't feel it. He's taken many punches from Spider-Man. He's taken many punches from a lot of characters, and yet the thing cannot be destroyed. He's had his head blown off by Deadpool with a grenade. He's been shot in the head, and the head grows back on. Carnage has an incredible healing factor. On top of that, his entire body can be shifted into any type of weaponry he desires. And that's pretty impressive because it is. And also on top of that, he is very durable. He can go 24 hours in a fight, and so on. And there's really no stopping Carnage in essence. Now, Carnage can shift into all kinds of things. He can even slither around people. He uses tentacles that pop out of him. He can use spikes that comes out of him, just like our opponent, Spawn. Now, Spawn is a demigod. Is he a god? I have no idea.
He's a hellspawn.
He's a hellspawn. So I don't know if that means he's godlike because he renounced both heaven and hell, and became this crazy being. But I will say that he does have some god abilities. So, but due to actually, I found out some character named Null in the comic books. He channels the energy from Null, Carnage apparently, and which means that Null gives him the demigod abilities. So this gives Carnage a little extra boost. There's a new recent Carnage that came out. Let me see if I remember the name. 1 second.
Absolute Carnage.
Absolute Carnage. Yeah, that one.
He's basically God.
Yeah, no, he's impervious to any kind of weaknesses, normal weaknesses that the symbiotes are used to. He's impervious to that. On top of that, he's able to use these type of maggots inside his own body to get and put it into other people and create these Carnage dogs that he can manipulate. So here's the thing. At first, I was going to make the argument that Carnage could go into Spawn's head and make him experience, because he does have telepathic abilities, and he can sink into his head and make him experience the traumatic experiences he's always gone with, the loss of his wife and the daughter not being able to be with them in spirit or in life, and the tragedy they've gone through and everything like that. But unfortunately, Spawn has a very strong mind. He's actually been tortured like this before and managed to power through it. So there is no ability like that Carnage will be able to use. So Carnage is going to have to use just based on his own abilities, everything he has in his possession to keep, and it's going to have to be based on going for the head. Because apparently Spawn's weaknesses are not of regular. You can take an organ out, but it doesn't mean anything. Spawn, apparently in the comics, there's this theory that he only has the organs just so he can feel human. As far as that, he doesn't really need the organs. His entire body is made of some kind of plasma. But at the same time, Carnage can regenerate any organ in his body. So there isn't a really, I don't see a real good way of this going down for Spawn, because Spawn does have a lot of weapons in his arsenal. Let's not get it twisted. He's got those chains, he's got those guns, he can create anything out of nowhere. He's got that little cape that can protect him through a lot of stuff. He can make him shift, he can make him fly. So there's a lot of things in his arsenal. There's no question about it. But I just don't see any way where he's going to be able to eliminate Carnage. Now, I've seen him fight against gods, but this isn't going to be one of those times where he's going to fight in a whole, let's go another round, let's go another level, let's go dimensions, let's go travel back in time. So he's not going to go that level. He's going to think he can take on Carnage the way he's going to take on Carnage, just based on his own skill set, based on the abilities in his weapons. I think that there's just a lot more that Carnage can do at a moment that can provide an opportunity. Spawn can keep throwing all kinds of weapons at him, but the problem with it is that it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, Carnage can just keep re-healing himself, keep doing it and over again. It's kind of like an unstoppable machine in that kind of essence. At some point, Carnage is going to get to Spawn. Eventually, he's going to get close enough to Spawn where he's going to be able to take that hit. He can also use the tentacles to fight off the chains. He can also wrap his, he can get a grip on Spawn. Now, granted, Spawn can use some kind of spike. That's a possibility, but at the same time, again, when you're fighting in a constant situation, Carnage is much more faster in reactions than I believe my counterpart is at this situation, where I think that with Carnage, you'll be able to react a lot more quickly when it comes to eliminating a person, which means that I think with the speed that Carnage possesses, with the weapons he possesses, and the fact that he can heal and keep going non-stop, I don't think he's going to be able to stop. And at some point, Carnage is going to get that opening. He's going to get that window. It's like going 12 rounds. He's going to go 11 rounds, probably going to give it to him. But after that 12th round, he's gonna knock him out. He's gonna cut that head off. Boom. Game over. Set match. Carnage is victorious.
Carnage! The probe! Rock! Help me!
Alright, cool. My entry today is Al Simmons, aka Spawn.
What the hell are you?
Now, the thing about Spawn, brief little background check. He's a former Special Forces. He basically died. He was set up by his former employer. Sent to hell, but one of the, I forget his name. He was basically offered to come back to Earth, but what he didn't know is he would come back as a Hellspawn. Now, being that he is a Hellspawn, he can feed off of the sins and the evil auras of others. Being how Carnage is extremely psychotic, I feel like that is going to come into play today. And Spawn also possesses the suit. Now, Letha of the 7th House of K, I believe that's the name of his suit, Spawn's. Now, the thing about Spawn's suit is it operates a little bit like the symbiote suit. It can project weapons as well as it armors him. And it also heals him. Much like Spawn, it also feeds off the evils or the sins of others. Cletus, he's, I think, killed about 11 people in his background. Now, that's not even counting the people that he's killed as Carnage. Seeing how both Spawn and his suit can feed off of these things, I believe it's going to just power Spawn or overpower him into a point where he can somehow find a way to... He's going to have to separate the symbiote from Cletus, even if it is just temporarily. Now, Carnage can always regenerate inside of Cassidy as long as there's something left of him. Now, what Spawn's basically going to have to do is he's going to have to use his elemental control over fire to just incinerate Carnage. He's going to have to leave nothing left of him. Now, being as he's probably going to use his primary weapons, which is weapons, of assault rifles, machine guns, grenades, which would all be fine against somebody else, but it's not really going to do much against Carnage. Unless it's like some high powered weaponry, like 50 cal, something like that. It's not really going to win him the fight, but it'll be enough to maybe distract Carnage to where he can set him up and then get close. As soon as he gets close, he's going to have to incinerate him. Being that Spawn can only really be killed by beheading, but it needs to be with a heavenly or blessed weapon. Carnage really doesn't possess that, so I don't really feel that that's going to come into... It's not really going to come into the fight. I feel Spawn has too much to throw at Carnage, and there's too many disadvantages to it, and there's not much Carnage can do against him.
Okay.
He'll basically feed Spawn as the fight goes on, and Spawn will just grow stronger. But that's my theory.
But then again, so are you.
It's not up to me.
All right, so, okay. We both made our points, but like my boy just said, it's not up to him, and it's not up to me.
Hey man, you can't say that. We got us canceled.
Oh, sorry. I'm sure I'm going to be able to do that beep thing on there.
Anyway.
Anyways.
We have the abilities.
But yeah, so like I said, it's not up to me and it's not up to him. It's up to you guys.
Go in the sections below.
Yeah, who do you guys thought made the most compelling argument? If you guys thought I made the most compelling argument, you know what you can do? You can hashtag on the comment section below Carnage. And if you like my boy's argument, you know what you can do? What can you do, brother?
You can hashtag Spawn.
Yeah. Thank you guys. As always, No Press Fam, we really appreciate you guys. Catch you guys later. Peace.